Okay, we have our first of our semifinal matchups between Cepherus and Jefferson. What do you guys expect to see?
Well, Nate, this looks like an exciting match for the Splash Pokemon League. We're in the semifinals now. We've got two great competitors coming head to head. You see here we have Cephalus, who just knocked out the KO leader, Digdogger, with the Volcanion just pretty handily. Didn't even get to do much. And then Jefferson, aka Shadowman, has been just been on a roll lately, completely demolishing Raleigh earlier in the season. Uh, but it was just a surprising tactic we saw from him last time. We'll see what Cepherus has up his sleeve.
So, Robbie, you like Mr. Dog just said that you were beaten by Jefferson. What are you expecting him to bring against Cepherus?
I'm thinking he's going to bring probably six Pokemon. I think
Really?
Cobalion will probably be in there. Yeah.
Usually, the format only allows for four, but you're thinking all six are coming.
I'm thinking all six. Because
Wow.
my theory is that if he brings more, he'll probably win. But the rest,
Funny,
honestly, he's so good you never know what he's going to do. So how could I really predict it?
it's
Yeah.
funny. We've got the commentators are the last two people who were beaten by these two competitors.
Yeah, just somehow worked out that way. You know, from my side, looking at both of these teams, Cephalus, I'm just super curious in what he brings in terms of offensive mod that he's going to use as a support mod. Um, I think with Guda's team, it's a lot easier to see. Okay, he's got these different sets, and they work really well, and it's really hard to stop all of them with the same two mon. But you kind of know that, like, okay, Moltres, Raichu, or beat up on Cobalion, like, you know that those things are coming. With Sephiroth, I have no idea what's gonna come.
Right. With the Zero Aura can be run offensively, but during the season, Zephyrus has mostly run it as a support. So it'll be exciting to see how he decides to run it this time. When it does have some pretty good matchups against, like Moltres, and well, if Samurott shows, it'll be good against that. But looking at this lineup, it looks like Durant might be a pretty good choice too, considering there's not a lot of fire coverage in Jefferson's team.
That is true, but it still has to hit the mod, and I don't think it hits Moltres neutrally with either Bug or Steel. And yeah. All right, well let's get this started. You know, I was speaking with Daniel earlier, and he was talking about the importance of Sephiroth having multiple follow me or rage powder mons, and how big that could be in stopping a beat up strat.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. The Clefairy doing lots of work here, but also Cephalus has a lot of speed control too, so he might not even uh, need to, like, if he can just focus down and kill something, he might not even need to worry about um, trying to redirect a beat up.
I see both of our competitors are nervously talking about other mon on the other team who they did not expect to come. This Samurott idea is pretty interesting.
Right. I haven't seen much of that being used, and also, like, I know Cephalus was predicting Scorch to make an appearance, since that would be some fire coverage at least. But it looks like that's not the plan he's going for.
Speaking of fire coverage, I imagine Kangaskhan gets fire punch, and does Nidoking not get flamethrower?
Nidoking does get flamethrower, right? Yeah, those two can definitely pack a punch, but both of them are outspent by Durant as well. So if he's able to get a good hit in,
Definitely.
and Durant always hits harder than you expect because of hustle.
We see full nicknames all around.
Perfect.
Please hit on Durant.
That kind of tells you it's running Hustle, although, I mean, what else would it be running?
Wow,
Truant?
we are really getting into this.
Just right off the bat, you've
Follow
got to follow
me
me,
on a
Scary
Raichu.
Face.
Interesting.
And he was aiming for the Raichu anyway.
Definitely. Yeah.
He got the special defense boost, but he lowered the speed of the Raichu, which is interesting.
Yeah, at this point, knowing that the Street Rat can take it out, um, is good. But also, we saw that he used that Scary Face, and we imagine that that was targeted towards Moltres.
That very well could have been, yeah.
Rami, what's your thoughts so far?
Well, I'm thinking I guess I'm thinking right now if he stops or if he scare faces that Moltres, that's pretty huge. Because even if in this last turn, I mean, they only got Durant down to 48. So if you reduce that special talent by a lot, they're going to be struggling. I don't know if Raichu's much of a problem now, but I guess he could nuzzle or just do some things to paralyze him. So it'll be interesting to see what they. Oh, oh, and a miss.
Oh wow!
Ooh,
That miss is huge.
Oh,
critical
and he
miss.
goes into the other mon. Here, this is
Expecting the darkness.
wow.
But at least it hit the Moltres. And he got a reflect up, which is
That's rough.
that's kind of huge.
Follow me. Okay.
Now it
connects.
it hit that time.
Okay.
Let's see what Durant has.
Heal spike for
Not even
defense
getting him
boost.
down to.
Still does that much with half? Wow.
But now we've got a Durant that is near blind. In red health.
This Nidoking
It still outspeeds both of these mon, though.
Yeah, the speed control on Cepherus' side is pretty massive.
Aside from the, that creature. Let's see what...
How big do you guys think that reflect ended up being?
Well, if he didn't have it up, he would have went into Berserk range, which wouldn't have helped much, but might could have went somewhere.
I think what we just saw right there was Cepherus resetting his fake out mon. I'm imagining a fake out comes.
That's what I'm thinking as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could see that for sure.
But will Jefferson read it? That's the real question.
50.
So Rami, can you tell us anything about Moltres' moveset?
So right now, more than likely he has Fire Wrath, Air Slash. He might be running Ancient Power, but because of with like Stab, it's just kind of bad. It's like very rare that ever does more damage than one of his other two moves, and then probably Protect. So I mean, you kind of know what Moltres is going to do. So he's either Fire Wrathing or he's Protecting almost every time. So it'll be interesting to see what comes next. Because right now, what's half is with the special attack, half it sucks, but also that double speed with a chance to flinch each mon. Oof.
Yeah, the Air Slash also would do some big damage to this Littlefoot.
Ooh, switch out.
Dropping it out when you have a ×2 mon. That's,
interesting.
That's big. Wow, big close combat
close
here.
Let's
see what this.
Close combat there too.
Ooh,
but it didn't kill even at -1.
That reflect right there just saved Cabal.
Right. But now we've got the MC Crab Hammer out, so an Aqua Jet could do big damage to, well, either one of these.
To either of these. I had spoken with Jefferson before, and he said at full health, his Nidoking would barely be able to survive a Aqua Jet. But now, that little bit of fake out damage could come in huge here.
The real question though is he going to Water Jet to Cabalin because Cabalin outspeeds Littlefoot?
It would be a speed tie if they're both max speed between Nidoking and Komodo. Mm-hmm. So he may.
Well, usually he scarfs his Nidoking. Well, at least he did against me at least. So Nidoking is surprisingly fast. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, where you point your Aqua Jet here is pretty big.
Sure.
Aqua Jet probably won't kill the Nidoking anyway, though, because it's behind Reflect still. If he can stall out the Reflect one more turn.
That's my
and I can
thought.
get it
True.
next
I
turn.
think that gives you even more of a reason to Aquajet into the Kabalion.
Yeah, try to knock it out.
Maybe
But if the
hope you.
Cobalion protects here, we just don't know.
Yeah. Nidoking will probably have Ice Beam for Kamo.
While we wait out this think tank, uh, will the phrase for next season when we start seeing steel type terrestrial? Oh, never mind. Let's forget that.
Aquajet in.
The
Ooh!
Thunderbolt,
Thunderbolt in. Let's see what he has. Just a Rock Slide that he resists
Rock
against.
Tomb,
Rock Tomb! Oh my goodness, that's
to
actually
He's
lower
slowed
the
down.
speed. This is not a good place for Cepherus still having these drops against two Pokemon.
Yep.
Uh,
And possible Air
Yikes.
Slash on the way.
But who?
Air Slash is a problem, but if he just kills it, then you
If
know.
he just dodges it,
Ooh!
Rock Tomb.
he's got to
Slowed him
dodge
down as
this hit.
well.
Oh, and he
Ooh!
activated the weakness policy and the booster.
Yee! Woo!
Uh, Either way, that was a pretty good game. Um,
Pretty good game, pretty good game.
I think if he had faked out turn one, he might have had a better shot.
I think if he hits that Snarl, I think this game's complete.
And that missing that snarl was definitely a big critical miss there.
Because without Snarl miss, then light screen wouldn't have been set up. Or reflect.
Yes.
Whichever one it was.
Yeah, and that's really what hindered him this game. Reflect
Yeah.
was a smart move on Jefferson's part since he has so many physical attackers.
Let's also not dismiss that he ended up going into the Zeraora spot instead of the protected Durant spot there. That was also a very good play by
Did
Yeah,
Zeraora
reading
use
the
any
set.
attacking moves that game?
a Snarl.
It used a snarl, it used a scary face,
He used a
out.
fake
and a
out.
fake out. So we don't know its fourth move yet.
Well, because it does pretty good damage and it's electric type against this Moltres, so I'm wondering if he's going to try to use it at all.
Okay, if he has a plasma fist, I think that would be a good move to use against him. Maybe he's still hiding it to make him think
Right, that's what I'm
he
thinking.
doesn't have it.
Well, the
Because then he can kind of switch it up.
the Raichu Lightning Rod, of course, is
True, the Raichu Lightning Rod would redirect that.
Hmm. I know. I think he's also brought close combat on Zero in the past as well, and coaching too. So I mean, it really what Zero does is who knows.
Here we go.
We've got
into
a game
Now,
two
are we
getting
thinking that they're going to
started.
bring the same on out or what?
Yeah, Cepherus has talked about how he oftentimes brings the same mod out. I don't know if that's held up during these playoffs. Jefferson, I believe, brought the same mon out for you, did he not?
I think so. Yeah.
I think that lead is still really good for him.
You think
He
Durant
plays
Zero
it a little
works?
bit differently.
Yeah.
You know, again, if you hit that Snarl, it worked really well. And in fact, knowing that he has that follow me, because Durant and Zora outspeed, knowing that there's a sash on there, if you just Snarl turn one
First off, yep.
and then Max Quake in and take out Raichu, you're in awesome shape because then you can Plasma Fist away.
Yeah, also that'd be a very good possession. So Jefferson's probably considering that for his change in lead.
Right. You're doing that, and you're also reducing the special attack of Moltres if it's brought out. So
Right, and yeah, Jefferson has a lot of special attackers, so Snarl really hits a lot of these Pokemon really well. You just don't want to hit Cobalion with it.
That's true, and maybe realizing that. Well, let's see. Ooh, we are getting a new lead from Jefferson.
Okay, completely changed. We got
this is the beat up opening.
the beat ups opening potentially. The and
A little side
Kangaskhan
note.
can't have inner focus, so faking it out won't stop it.
Well, the side note is that we know for a fact that if he's doing this, then Cobalion is slower than Genghis because he has to be because he wants to go after the beat up hits. So,
Right. What are we gonna see here?
Yeah, because I'm saying like later that might come into play for some speed matchups that you might think would go a different way.
How are we going to stop the beat up combo this time?
I
I mean, if he has
wonder.
a
I
follow
wonder
me, then
if you can double in, if you can, Plasma Fist and Max Steel into Kangaskhan and take it out. Let's see.
Well, let's see.
okay.
Scary
Scary
face.
face.
Interesting. And the Max Quake doing 64% damage.
Mm,
Here comes
not
the
sure
beat
that
up
was the
though.
move.
Well, destroying
Uh,
the speed isn't awful. If you think that the other Mon can take care of this,
He did Dynamax his Durant though, so okay. So Durant
Dynamax
lives.
Interesting.
Sash
Oh well, Sandstorm.
and
Yeah. Okay.
Sandstorm. I. What do you all think about going for the Zero there and not the Durant?
That was interesting for sure. I'm surprised he wouldn't just remove the ant altogether. Like
Right.
maybe he's afraid of the utility that comes from Ziora.
Losing his Dynamax would have been really bad there, but this might actually work out for him
I
with
think
the
that's a
right.
trade I'd take all day. All that
Yeah,
damage
since he's
from the
already
Mon.
lowered the speed, right? The Kangaskhan, I'm not sure what exactly it's going to be able to do once Cobalion's gone. And then Durant already has a special defense boost, so if Nidoking's in the back, he's still doing sitting pretty, unless it's a flamethrower. But he still outspeeds it, unless.
Next card. Yep. Oh,
He
the
saw
Oh!
the next card
read.
coming.
That's huge. That's wow.
Now, does Kabalion resist water? Or no? Does
I have no idea.
Steel resist water?
It does not.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
neutral hit.
Man, that's a bold play. Even at half speed, MC Crabhammer's pretty slow. I'm curious
Right.
if
He's
this is a pretty fast Crabhammer.
But you gotta think that it's half speed plus. Remember what I said earlier? We know Cabalion's slower than Genghis.
He steel
Jeez.
spiked again.
Ooh,
Yes,
double
yes.
defense. He's cleaning up.
Oh, and he liquid. Man.
What a mat. What a game. What a
And we still
turn
got
from last
Nidoking.
game too, man.
Yeah, that was a big difference. So we know he's got liquidation. Stomping Tantrum missed because it's a Durant with hustle.
Yep.
Why did he not just Aqua Jet?
I guess he didn't want to lose one more. Wow.
Yeah,
All right.
WoW is
Going into
right.
game 3.
The power of the Durant and the power of Jefferson seemingly not having a counter to it.
Yeah, I mean, he changed up his opening and it really didn't work out for him. The beat up strategy came in, but he just kind of killed it before it could do anything. Looks like outspeeding Cabalion was just kind of the play there.
It'd be curious to see, what he thought about going for the Zero and not the Durant there. Game 3 hype. And all right, game 3 of our first semifinal. This is huge. Winner of this game goes to the finals. Team Swarm versus Team Berserk. Jefferson has taken us back to the opening lead of game 1. Dig Dog, are you muted? Just so you know. Rami, what do you think about going back to the first lead and then Cepherus continually with his?
I don't know. I feel like changing up to Snarls kind of. Let's see the fake out.
A huge fake out. Look at all that damage, and then just
Never mind. He
takes
didn't want
it
the
out.
Snarl. He didn't even want. He didn't care about the
Special
Snarl.
defense boost, max air. I think we saw from game 1, even at +1, he's still outspeeding. Cepherus is still outspeeding.
Yeah, Moltres isn't super fast, and generally you don't max speed on it anyway. So I'm not shocked that even with +1, it's not faster than Durant.
And he no longer has his protection from a Plasma Fist. We'll see if that's what that fourth move is.
That would be a lot of damage. We haven't seen it yet, so.
No, we have not.
I also wonder if he'll use this Durant to just keep knocking off the other Mon.
Yeah,
Because
last game
if
that
he
worked.
takes out Cabalion too, then like, I mean that's like how the other huge threat is Cabalion. If it's knocked out right here, I mean that's
Yeah, I think last game that
Jefferson being in a rough spot.
we saw. Here we go.
Heck, you see it, scary
Scary
face.
face.
Max quick, okay. Special defense up, so he lives this. Nice scary face here
Wow.
to remove that speed boost. Ooh, 5%.
I think a big thing Cepherus is probably thinking is like, hey, I can probably sweep the rest of this team as long as I don't pop a weakness policy on Moltres. Probably in
Right.
good shape. And I got to
And just
keep
wait it
that
out.
speed advantage because the other Moltres win condition is flinch.
Right. So right here, it's like if he kills Cabalion and if he kills him and boosts special defense again, then Ziora is going to be a huge threat for Moltres because like he can't really deal with it.
Yeah. Is it double protect time if you're Jefferson?
He just protected. Man, that's right. He might be actually because if he lives that Durant hit, it's looking good for him. But that's rough because he knows what happens next here.
Yeah, it's really hard to
Um,
double protect on turn 3 of a
it is, and
semifinal
also,
game. Oh, he goes
and
for
there
it.
it
And he
is. He
doesn't get
fails
it.
for it. He slowed it down.
Why did
Okay,
he?
I don't
What was the
know.
purpose of that?
Okay. Oof, not enough. Not even close to enough. Man, that 2.5 speed boost is putting in work.
I think the biggest thing. I don't think he was looking because that resisted. I think he's just looking for that speed boost.
Mm.
Now we're here to see, what else he's got.
Now, does he double into the Nidoking? Try to just take that out and just keep ignoring the Moltres.
He could snarl. Snarl's gonna
He could.
damage both of
That would be
these.
good here.
Snarl could
Reduce the
really
damage.
pop. An Aqua Jet here could take this Nidoking down close to death, but not quite to death.
My big thing is I'm curious what other because again if he has Plasma Fist it'd be a great opportunity to use it. But also Snarl, if you just keep reducing Moltres' damage, just make him useless because now he can't switch it out. So if you're lowering those stats, it's like what else can you do? Other than just sit there and wait.
Yeah, it's gonna matter what he has in the back. I'm imagining it's probably Como.
Yeah.
So I've been muted for a while, but looking at the match, I was thinking maybe Scary Face could also be a good option here to lower its speed back down so it can't get the flinches.
I was surprised
That's
we
true.
didn't get that last turn. I don't know why you would Scary Face him on that you're already faster than. Oh,
Oh,
the
wow.
Aqua Jet
Instantly.
kills!
With no life orb or anything.
I wonder
Well,
if
special attack resist nothing. Oof. I think we
We still haven't
What
seen
is
his
he-
fourth move. Is he not running Plasma Fist?
is he running.
Is he going for the Ancient Power Omni Boost now?
He has to. I mean, what else does he got?
When we practiced, he was running Plasma Fist. I don't know if he's just flexing now or what.
the crit
What
matters
was the
here for
point of
sure.
taking out the crab.
Don't know.
He is running. Okay, that's what
Come
I.
on, what's going? Okay.
He was
Come on.
so concerned about weakness policy, it seems.
Oh, yeah, in case he lived, he didn't want him to turn it back around, I see.
Listen, I would give him crap for it, but man, that weakness, that Moltres Fiery Wrath just has a lot of damage. It's scary.
All right, so Team Swarm makes it to the finals on this side of the bracket.
What a
So we've got
turnaround from game
Another
one.
match to see the other side of the bracket in a minute.
I'm so impressed.
All right.
Let's see if we can get them in here for some interviews. Hello.
Howdy.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Good game. What's your? You have any surprises that you saw in those?
No, I forgot that I had protected the turn before and just threw the last game. It slipped my mind. I was so stupid.
So that was pretty interesting.
I didn't mean to double to protect. I
That was an accident.
It was an accident, yeah. I just forgot that I protected the turn before. It was just a simple mistake. Cost me the game. Could have just killed Zero Aura.
Yeah, Rami and I spoke about because you had already protected if that double protect was actually
It was a mistake.
a
It was a
big shot. In
complete mistake. I could have just killed Zero Aura. I was faster by a landslide. I was faster than both of his Pokemon, and I could have just outright
Faster
killed
than
it.
Zero Aura, and
Yeah.
with 1 speed.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Way faster. I just completely I just slipped my mind. Just yeah. Anyways, it was good though. Good games.
I mean, I'm sure it'd be a.
so it looked like in game one you had mentioned that Durant may have surprised you. Was that the case?
Um, it wasn't really surprising. I knew he was going to bring some combination of Arcanine and Zeraora and Clefairy and Como were coming. I wasn't sure what his last mons were going to be. Oh, and Crawdon obviously is coming.
Yep.
So I wasn't sure what his last slot was going to be. Durant, very viable. I considered scarfing Nidoking this week um, just to get a flamethrower off, but it never kills Dynamax Durant if you take the Fire Berry, which I assume that you had. Jack.
On Durant?
Yeah. No, you had Life Orb.
No, I was
Yeah.
running Life Orb.
Yeah, I could have just Scarf Nidoking with Flamethrower. That probably would have been good.
Always a fear with Durant. You never know exactly what it's going to be running. But Akaberry is usually a safe bet. But
Yeah, I wanted to Scarf Kangaskhan so that beat up would be good. I was also running a pretty funny Circle Throw on Kangaskhan.
Dude.
Oh,
I was
man.
wondering if you would do that.
Yeah,
For
I was running Circle Throw.
So-
I thought it would be funny.
Obviously, I know what Circle Throw does, but for our audience, what does Circle Throw do?
It forces the Pokemon that it hits to switch out, excluding Dynamat's Pokemon, which is why you don't see it very often. But I thought it would be funny if I scarfed it and had Circle
that
Throw.
would have actually been hilarious to at
Yeah,
least.
I can't
Doesn't
believe.
Circle have negative priority though?
I don't know. Actually, I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it
Yeah,
does.
I think all of them have negative.
Either way,
priority.
it was going to be the last move that I used probably on that Kangaskhan. Anyways, yeah, I just can't believe that I threw game 3 so hard. I just completely forgot that I had protected the turn before, and I was like, oh, protect feels good here, because I knew Scary Face was going into Cobalion, but if I had just close combated Zeraora, then it would have been fine. I just completely forgot, to be honest.
Mhm.
But yeah, sorry for throwing game 3. That could have been a really interesting game.
No, it's all good, bro. And I think that you probably would have had
Because
Still-
Durant Zero would have gone down, and Cobalion would have gone down still, anyways. But the end game would have been Como and Crawdont versus a non-snarled Moltres with a speed boost and my Nidoking. Also, by the way, just so you know, that Crawdont Aqua Jet was a 1 in 16 roll to one hit KO my Nidoking. By the way.
he was banded.
Oh, he was banded.
He was
Oh
banded.
wow,
Oh my god.
that explains it.
It was still never one hit KOing. I think. Let me check. I've got my setup. Damn, he was banded. That's crazy.
It really started picking up a lot of kills on. I was really worried about Centiskorch.
Yeah, I thought about Centiskorch, and then I thought about Centiskorch being on the field with Crawdon on the field, and I decided that was the dumbest play I could possibly make. And I had, let's see, 252. What was the roll? Holy shit. That's a 75% chance to, dude. Crawdon is too good. That Pokemon is ridiculous.
It's
I
it
had-
saved me so much, man.
Yeah, with Life
So
Orb,
overlooked.
yeah, with Life Orb, it was only one roll that killed Nidoking there, but with Band, that's a 75% chance. That's nuts.
Yeah, It's
That is crazy.
What EVs were you running on Nito?
I had 236 HP. I was timid with enough speed to outspeed Crawdaunt. And special attack 252.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Man, that's
So,
crazy.
Jack, this week, what was the idea of what led you to putting a band on Crawdon?
I did a lot of tests for this week, and I decided that I was running Clefairy lead with Durant first, specifically so that beat up wouldn't be able to hit Cobalion.
Right.
But then I realized that like speed control was definitely the most important thing I felt like in this game, and I know that Jesse, you really like to stack max airstreams, so I was like trying to think of something that I could run that didn't get messed up by lightning rod or pop weakness policy on Moltres, and I was like, Scary Face. I didn't realize it had been buffed to 100, so I realized that Zero Aura got it, and I was like, okay, so now I know that I want to run Durant Zero Aura, and I had Focus Sash on Crawdaunt for another little like, hopefully like Dragon Dance type thing, because I could outspeed most of your Pokemon with one Dragon Dance. So I was thinking if I could get that, but then I wanted to put the Focus Sash on Zero Aura because I was leading with it. So then I was like looking at some of the calcs, and I was like, if he doesn't build bulky Nidoking or Centiskorch or Moltres, I can either one hit or two hit KO all those Pokemon with Aqua Jet if I'm banded. So it just really helped with a lot of like killing situations, and also because it's priority, it doesn't matter if you've stacked a whole bunch of airstreams or if I haven't gotten off a Scary Face.
Right.
I'm still dealing tons of damage anyway, and it also let me add a little bit more to his bulk.
Yeah, we ran a few practice matches earlier, and the only time I won was using a choice scarf Centiskorch, which was definitely probably a bad play because it only would have worked one game, but
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't bring it.
it's
Yeah,
not a
Scary
good
Face.
idea. But
Scary Face was definitely a surprise. But I see. My idea with coaching, or with Follow Me Raichu, was that with coaching, I would get your defense buff, and I could live
Ooh.
2 hits, and it would pull your attack away from your sweeper, right?
Wait, does it work
Nice.
that way?
Yeah, it pulls coaching.
Yeah, that's really smart. And actually, my Zero Aura set was Snarl, Plasma Fists, Fake Out, and Scary Face. So if I
Yeah,
had
no
one
coaching.
coaching, that would have been nasty.
Yeah, I thought it would be at least fun to try. I still can't believe I tossed game 3. I don't think I don't know if I would have won it. But it would have been at least a little more interesting. I
Yeah,
still
it would
think
have
he
been.
probably would have won with Choice Band Aqua Jet, and then see if Cobalion one taps Como O. But then again, close combat lowers my defense, and if you're using adaptability, Choice Band Aqua Jet, that's probably killing.
well, Cobalion, you said, would have died that turn anyway.
Oh yeah, who was in the back? I don't even
I-
remember.
Yeah, I'd come
Nidoking
over.
and it was Moltres. I don't think Moltres ever one taps Crawdaunt though. So yeah, I think you probably still win game 3, but I'm still sad that I just flubbed it.
Yeah, I did notice the second protect. I thought honestly it was a decent play just so that Moltres could get like another speed boost off.
Dude, if I had gotten the double protect, I would have like lost my mind because as soon as I did it, like right when I clicked it, I was like, oh no. But yeah,
If you had that, probably would have swung things very much in your favor, I think.
oh for sure, yeah.
That would have been a really good play if it wasn't for the 50%.
Yeah, I think it's a third.
In the commentary, we were considering that you might double protect here as play, and then you did, but it didn't work. And
Yeah.
we
Well,
thought
it wasn't-
that's why we didn't know it was
Yeah,
unintentional.
it wasn't my choice, but or, I mean, it wasn't super thought out. I just made a mistake, but if I'd hit it, that'd have been insane. That'd have been crazy. Yeah, I almost never go for double protects. I would rather go for like missing a focus blast than go for a double protect. I think double protect is such a like spooky thing to go for.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
no. I
But yeah,
barely go
good
for
games,
single
and
protect in my games, to be honest.
I hope you I hope you do well against who are you most looking forward to fighting in the finals? What's your ideas, Jack?
Haven't even really considered either option yet. I feel like either honestly, sorry man, I do favor Kokosho a little bit. Nate, I know you're in here, man.
We're on the same team, of course.
Very, very excited to watch these next games and see.
Oh, for sure.
I'm gonna say that if Kokosho does pull it out, Intimidate is gonna be obviously a really big hurdle for me to cross. He just uses it so well, and his like little Luxray Baby Doll Eye strat definitely hurts.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be something to look out for. But we obviously have to see how tonight goes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be really interesting. Are you guys gonna play right now, Nate?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna send him a message right now, and we'll get this going. So,
All right.
Severus, congratulations on making it to the finals, and
Thank you.
Jesse, awesome season.
All
Yeah,
right,
I made it much farther in the playoffs than I was expecting to.
right.
I wish my one regret from this season is that Galarian Moltres does not get a fire type move, which makes no sense considering that it's Moltres. It should get access to at least one.
Fiery Wrath. Fiery
Type move.
I really agree with that. It's
Yeah.
like it has the most recent generation syndrome, where it gets absolutely no coverage.
Yeah, I can't believe it doesn't get like flamethrower. If it got flamethrower, the season would have been so much easier for me.
Right.
But yeah, this team was definitely wild. This is definitely one of the more outside of my comfort zone teams that I built, and I'm glad that I did pretty well with it. But anyways, good games, Jack. Good luck in the finals.
Thanks, Jesse. Fabulous
Yeah.
games, man.
Oh yeah, no, it was fun.